Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to another video here on the channel in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So last week we released a video on the channel showcasing my top 10 freeware airports for those of you who are now enjoying flying the PMDG 777. And I asked in that video, would you like to see some suggestions of some really good high quality payware airports that the 777-300ER aircraft flies to in real life to potentially give you some ideas for new airports and new routes that you may not have thought of flying. Well, people responded to that and said basically yes. So that's exactly what we've got for you here in this video. We've got 10 of my personal top 10 airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator. These are payware and we're going to go through these in no particular order. But the great thing about this kind of video is that of course this is not an extensive list. So I would really like you guys down below to drop into the comments your favorite payware airports, which include real routes for the Boeing 777-300ER. That way, those of you watching this video not only get to see my suggestions, but also in the comments down below, lots of other potentials, which, let's be honest, there are so many different airports available, we wouldn't have time to cover all of them in one video. So let's crack on with our first airport, and it is probably unsurprisingly Dubai from Inibuild. Now with Dubai, you obviously know that Emirates is going to be the prime candidate of choice for your 777 flights, but there are other airlines that also fly the 777 aircraft as well. KLM is one such example, but of course from Dubai Airport you are literally free to fly to most major international airports all around the world, as Emirates has got you covered quite nicely. Moving on then to my next airport, and it's another Inibuild airport. This one again a huge hub in the USA on the East Coast. It is of course JFK. JFK from Inibuild, a great payware quality airport. Great thing about this of course is using the Inibuild installer, you can tailor this scenery to your hardware's specific needs. If you don't have the best graphics card or processor, you are able to turn some of the things down, meaning that it's not going to eat up your frame rate. From JFK of course you've got airlines such as Air France, Air India, Qatar, not to mention the obvious American airlines. Then this once again will give you lots of destinations covering all over the globe. Number 3 then, probably not one of the most obvious choices for your 777 flights, and Emirates are probably the only airline that I'm aware of that actually fly their 777-300ERs here, and that is Oslo. I popped this in the list just because it's a recent release from Aerosoft, and their mega airport is just one of my favorites. It's one of those airports that no matter what angle you look at it from, no matter which gate you pull into, it is alive, it's bustling, just like a real airport should be. A great addition whether you're flying the 777 or not, to be honest. I love this airport, and yeah, Dubai to Oslo, a great route to fly as well. Heading out to Asia then for our next airport, and to be honest, if you are a fan of the 777-300ER, then you really have to have this airport in your hangar. So Singapore Airport is not only a major hub for Singapore Airlines, which of course fly their 777-300ERs, but it's also a great airport to have because it's an airport that you will most often stop at if you're continuing on a longer journey, say to Australia or somewhere like that. We've obviously got Singapore Airlines, but Thai, KLM, Air New Zealand and of course Emirates all fly their 777s here, so this is a must-have airport for those PMDG 777 lovers. Back in the USA then for our next airport, this time though on the west coast, and of course it is Los Angeles LAX. Airlines such as Saudi, Swiss, British Airways, Turkish, Air France, American Airlines, Air New Zealand and Singapore all fly their 777-300ERs into LAX. Of course it is a major hub released by Inibuild not that long ago, so if you haven't yet got this airport, it is a great airport to have because again, like many of the other big international airports, there are so many different route choices to start and end here. Moving on then and back to Europe, probably an airport that not many think of as flying to and from that often, but it is Rome. Now of course Rome hosts lots of choices for your flights, and the 777 are flown here to and from by Korean, Etihad, Air Canada, Air China and American Airlines, amongst others. So again, a great Central European point to start or end your flights. Now, I mentioned Singapore Airport a little earlier on in our list, and that it was a great place to carry on your journey from if you were heading to Australia. So next in my list is our Australian airport, and I've gone for Melbourne. I really like the high quality Payware version that Orbex have done of Melbourne Airport, and this is serviced by Qatar Airways with their 777-300 ERs. So again, a really nice long route for you to stretch the legs of your new PMDG aircraft if you're fancying a trip down to Australia. The next airport on my list is probably the most recent to be released, and that is Nairobi Airport by Inibuild. Serviced by Emirates, this is a great route, Dubai to Nairobi with the Emirates 777-300 ER. It's a nice flight time as well, not too long, so it's one that you probably, if you get a chance, can do without the speed compression as well. Great airport, and flying in Africa is definitely much better than it used to be in the olden days of FSX and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000 scenery. Great choice for those of you looking to fly somewhere a little bit different. The next airport to make my list again is probably not one that you would think of straight away when thinking about routes to fly the 777, mainly because it's seen more as a holiday destination than a major airport, but of course that is essentially what it is, and that is Athens Airport. Yes, Athens Airport. I have loved this scenery since it first came out, and it's been out now for a couple of years, I believe, from Fly Tampa. They also get Emirates, Qatar and Air Canada 777s in there as well. If there are any others that I've missed, please do let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, for those of you who want a nice big European hub destination that isn't somewhere quite so obvious, Athens is a great choice with gorgeous views and a scenic approach, not to mention really good high quality Payware scenery. Finally then, I don't think I could leave this list without mentioning London Heathrow, of course, from Inibuild. London Heathrow, of course, needs no introduction. In terms of airlines that fly the 777-300 ER, well, you've got a great choice. American, British Airways, of course, All Nippon, Japan Airlines, Saudi, Thai, Cathay Pacific, and Turkish, to mention a few. Those should have plenty of routes for you to suit all time durations and all destinations that you're looking to fly to. So yeah, Inibuild's Heathrow Airport is my final choice. So like I said right at the start of this video, these are just my top 10 Payware airports which you might want to go and grab if you're looking for some new places to fly your PMDG 777 to, but it's not an exclusive list, and now I will really look forward to reading the comments left by you guys down below of other Payware airports you consider to be of really high quality that accept 777-300 ER aircraft, giving not just me but everybody else some suggestions and new places to fly to. Because let's be honest, one of the hardest things to do sometimes is to pick exciting new routes to fly. A big reminder, of course, that for those airports you've seen here in this video that are available on the Contrail store, use the discount code on screen now and get yourself 10% off. It's a one-time use code only per account, so if you're going to pick up 2 or 3 airports, you're obviously going to save more if you use it when buying in bulk. If you're planning on picking up any of the Inibuild airports you've seen in the video today, please do consider using the link in the video description below, or clicking on the links that you've seen throughout the video, as using this link to purchase your Inibuild airports also helps support us here on the channel. So thank you to everybody who purchases using those links. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video, so thank you so much for watching. If it has and it's given you some inspiration for new airports to add to your collection, please do leave a like, and of course if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our future videos and of course our live stream flights. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.